Today I'll be reading the book Goodnight Gorilla by Peggy Rathman. "Good night, Gorilla," said the zookeeper. And look, the gorilla is taking the zookeeper's keys. Gorilla is climbing out of the cage and following the zookeeper. He's behind the zookeeper. They walk on by the elephant's cage, and the zookeeper says, "Good night, elephant." What do you think? Will Gorilla let the elephant out? I think he will. Ooh, he did. He let elephant out. They keep on walking past the lion's cage. And the zookeeper says, "Good night, lion." Do you think Gorilla is going to get the key and unlock the cage? I think he will. Let lion out. He sure did. There's the lion. Good night, hyena. Good night, giraffe. They're all coming out of their cages. The gorilla has the keys to let them out. "Good night, armadillo," said the zookeeper. Now we have giraffe, lion, elephant. Do you think Gorilla will let the armadillo out? I think he will because he has the key. All of the animals followed the zookeeper home. The gorilla, elephant, lion, hyena, giraffe, and armadillo. They're all behind the zookeeper, following him to his house. They all walk in the house down the hall. They all go into the zookeeper's bedroom. Ah, there's the giraffe, the elephant, the lion, the gorilla. They're all in his bedroom. "Good night, dear," says the zookeeper's wife. And all of the animals settle in to go to sleep too. Even the gorilla, who's in their bed. "Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night," they all say. The zookeeper's wife opens her eyes and wakes up. She turns on the light, looks next to her, and sees the gorilla. The zookeeper's wife marches the gorilla, the elephant, the lion, hyena, giraffe, all of them back to the zoo. There they go, back to the zoo. "Good night, zoo," the zookeeper's wife says as she walks back to the house. But look, the gorilla is still following behind her. He follows her back into the bedroom, crawls under the covers as she says, "Good night, dear." And the zookeeper says, "Good night." Everyone's sound asleep. And the little mouse says, "Good night, gorilla." But the gorilla is already sleeping. The end. This time we get to put the big elephant in a cage and the little elephant in a cage. Yeah. Which one's first? You say little elephant. Stand up and let's put him in the cage. You tell me open. Open. Cage. Open door. And we say put him in. Put him in. Good job. Put him in. And we're going to lock the door. you say lock the door.
It's bad.
Well, wait a minute. We say lock. Hold on.
Lock
Lock the door.
the door.
Good. Now we get to put the big elephant. Let's put him in the big cage. Put him under. He's under the cage. Where's big elephant? You say under the cage.
I don't eat.
Uh-oh. These animals want to come out. They're saying, let me out.
No. Hi.
You want them to hide?
Yeah.
I want them to come out. We're going to let them out.
No.
Well, we need to let them out. I'm going to use the big key to let the big elephant out. Watch how I do it. Come on out, big elephant. Oh, hi, big elephant. Now we need to let the little elephant out. Can you help? Let's use the little key to let the little, oh, the big key won't work. Let's use the little key to let the little elephant out. He says, let me out. Can you do it? Good job. Yay, you let him out. Good job. Nice working. All right, next, let's do it with the lion. Let's do it with the lion. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Should we do it with the little lion or the big lion? The little lion?
Yeah.
He would go in the little cage.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we say little lion.
Bye.
Right. We say open the door.
Papa, go.
Open the door. And we say put him in.
Put it in.
Good. You tell me shut the door.
Happy.
Oh, good. He's in the cage. All right. What about the big lion? Where does he go? Oh, in the big cage?
Yeah.
We're going to put him under the cage. Now he's in the cage. Guess what? These animals say, let me out. And this one says, let me out.
Yeah.
We're going to let them out, but we need to get the keys. For the little lion, do we need the little key or the big key?
Big.
For the little lion? No. Little lion, we need the little key.
No, like that.
You want to do the big lion?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get my big key. Here we go. I'm going to try. Do. Good job. He says, let me out.
Hi.
You want to hide him in there too? All right, let's try with the little lion. And use the little key. Can you try?
Yep.
He says, let me out. Good job. What do we need to do?
Open key.
Open with the key, and we say, open door.
Open door.
Good job. There's your little lion. Ta-da! So, stop. Wait, are you ready? Yeah? We're going to put the little flamingo in a cage and the big flamingo in a cage. And then we're going to let them out.
Yeah.
There, you want to put little flamingo in? All right, you tell me. Open the cage.
Open key.
All right, let's open. And you say, put him in. You tell, put.
Yeah.
You tell, put him in. And shut the door.
No, hi.
Not yet, not yet. We need to put the big flamingo in the big cage. So you tell me, you say, open the cage,
Open key.
put him in, You say, put him in.
There.
He's under the cage. He's in the cage.
No.
Big flamingos in the big cage and little flamingos in the little cage. Hey, these flamingos don't want to be in the cage. He says, let me out. Not quite. We have to unlock him. Let's do it. Do you think we need a big key or a little key? Big key. Come on and stand up and show me. Big key for the big cage. That's a good idea. You say, open the cage. Right. You say, open
Open.
cage.
Hey.
Good. And he says, let me out.
I like it.
Let him out. Ta-da! Hooray! He's out. What about the little flamingo? He says, let me out. What should we do? Should we use the big key or the little key? Little key? Say,
I don't know. Need a big key.
you open with the key. You say, let me out. Open door.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! There's a little flamingo. Good job. So, very nice. Should we play with flamingo?
Yeah.
So some other targets you can work on while you're practicing this type of lesson. Obviously your focus is going to be on big versus little. You could even say tiny instead of little because it's an easier word to say. But the concepts big and little are fun to work on. And then as far as S clusters are concerned, some of the target phrases you can say would be stay inside, sneak out, maybe the animal wants to eat a snack. For K's and G's and final consonants, you could work on get the key, pick it up, open the lock, open it up, big key, little key. All of these different phrases are great for working on speech as well as language concepts. All right. Next, we're going to be working with prepositions or location words. So what you can do is take some animals, like a flamingo, and put the flamingo on top of the cage, next to the cage, under the cage. You can also call that being in the cage. Take him out of the cage, put him behind the cage. You can just hide him in a variety of ways and work on these location or preposition words with your child. You can do that with the big flamingo, or if you have another animal that's a match that's the little flamingo, you can do that too. Putting him on the cage, next to the cage, in the cage, behind the cage, any which way you would like. Some of you at home are working on following directions. So I'm going to read a book with you that's all about just that, following some directions. Are you ready? Here we go. The book is called From Head to Toe by Eric Carle. I am a penguin and I can turn my head. Can you do it? The girl says, I can do it. I am a buffalo and I can raise my shoulders. Can you do it? The girl says, I can do it. Let's raise our shoulders. Up, down, up, down. Good job. I am a monkey and I can wave my arms. Can you do it? Can you do it too? The boy says, I can do it. And he waves his arms all over the place. Let's try it. Ooh, good job. I am a seal and I can clap my hands. Can you do it? The girl says, I can do it. Let's try. Let's clap our hands. Good job. I am a gorilla and I can thump my chest. Can you do it? The boy says, I can do it. Let's practice. Thump, 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 thump. Good job. I am a cat and I can arch my back. Can you do it? The girl says, I can do it, and she arches her back. You try at home. Arch your back. All right. I am a crocodile and I can wriggle my hips. Can you do it? The boy says, I can do it, and he wriggles his hips. You try. Wriggle, wriggle, wriggle. It's kind of fun. I am a camel and I can bend my knees. Can you do it? The girl says, I can do it, and she bends her knees. You try at home. Bend your knee. All right. I am a donkey and I can kick my legs. Can you do it? The boy says, I can do it, and kicks his legs. You try at home. Go on, kick your legs. Good job. I am an elephant and I can stomp my feet. Can you do it? The girl says, I can do it. Stomp, stomp, stomp. You try. Stomp, stomp, stomp. I am I, and I can wiggle my toes. Can you do it? The parrot says, I can do it. I can do it. This book has so many fun ways to work on following directions. You could tell your child, kick your legs like the donkey, and that's following a direction. Maybe they could even work on following a two-step direction. You could tell them, turn your head and bend your knees. That's listening and following two directions. So have fun with it, play with it, and work on following one and two step directions. One way that you can work on speech sounds with flashcards or drilling is to give your child something fun to do along the way, like putting a puzzle together. So you just take out all the pieces. Thank you. Like so. Put that there. And then put the puzzle over there for them. Move the pieces away. And now what we're going to do is work on a few cards or words, and then every so often I'm going to reward her by giving her a piece of the puzzle. Are you ready? Yeah. Here we go. On. Very nice. Up. Good. There's butterfly. Let's put butterfly on. And you tell me, that's fun. You can make the music go. All right. Next. Out. Good job. In. Very nice. Let's do another one. Eat. Good. You get the lion this time. Let's put him on. Wait a minute. You have to earn it. Let's do a few more, and then you get more puzzle, okay? Okay, ready? Here's your word. Oat. Good talking. Arm. Very nice. This time you get the parrot.
Yeah.
Very good. I don't think we need to do the whole puzzle.